Hello, hello, hello. My name is Moon, and I have some quick business to get through before this episode begins. First off, this is the third episode of the B Team campaign we are currently producing. Make sure to check out the A Team campaign and other content we put out as well. We are very new to this, so please forgive any mistakes with audio. We will only improve from here. Tales from the 12 Mystic Seas is an experience best enjoyed with headphones, and there is a content warning in the description of this episode. Thank you for listening, and please enjoy your time in the 12 Mystic Seas. Hello, hello, hello. I am just ecstatic to play with these people all the time. Welcome back to Tales from the 12 Mystic Seas. If we could have some real quick, just like, say who you are.
Hi guys.
Hello.
If this is... Oh, sorry.
I'm Donovan.
I'm Sarah.
And my name is Moon. If this is your first time watching us, this is the third episode of the B Team of our actual play show, Tales from the 12 Mystic Seas. We are one of two campaigns on this channel, so please, if you're new here, go back and listen to the first two episodes. Also check A Team out. It's two different stories with different people, but set in the same world. So, it kind of gives you a good overall idea of what this world is. Now, as some of you might know, this is not our entire B Team campaign. Our very dear friends, Grace and Sid, additionally could not make it today for this. I think anyone that's ever tried to run a game ever can empathize with us. Scheduling issues are a lot. Goodness gracious. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I feel like it makes us the most accurate actual play to be like, no, like we're in school and like we have jobs and we have projects outside of all of that as well. We all have different jobs too. So like no one's schedule like rarely ever all adds up. But we make it work. We're doing one episode a week. At the point this comes out in like a month after recording, we will have been pretty consistent with one episode a week, though, which is great. Woo! Love that for us.
And you're joined by the triplets today.
You are joined by the triplets. That is
exactly.
B Team has my wonderful siblings, Sarah and Donovan.
We look
which
exactly
is great.
The same. It's actually so uncanny.
Completely, like nearly identical.
Identical. Yeah.
Which, since this is just audio, they have to believe.
I believe it.
Take our word for it.
I'm looking at all of our faces right now. And we look
right now,
very
of course.
similar.
Of course. Yeah. I kind of, let's not get into it. If there's no other business, then I believe we can start another tale within the 12 Mystic Seas. It's so good. I love all the music I have for this. All the like collection of like music and audio files I bought. They're all so cool, and I love being able to use all of them.
I love this.
All
The
right.
names of the little audio files. They're all so like cutesy.
Oh yeah.
Like, you're my friend. I love you. That's the title of the track we play in the background.
Basically, we return in the Sea of Darkness on the campus of Willowpain Academy, the most prestigious school of the arcane in all of the 12 Mystic Seas. Fez.
Yeah.
Jarl is practically pulling you along.
Okay.
Right, so I think she may be able to test. I didn't tell her about the glyph before, so I think we can just go and see. I've just never seen 9 before.
I didn't even know it was that important. I thought it was just like really cool looking. Like I didn't know it was. Like,
no, I have
like that.
I have 4, which makes me ghost, right?
Huh.
I knew 5 who could turn into whatever creature she wished. We have discussed maybe 6 could, just fly. Maybe 7 could just become volcano. We do not know. The fact that you have 9 is wild.
Well,
That is crazy.
Yeah, it helps me do like multiple things too. Like I don't stick to like one thing, and it kind of just like happens.
Right, of course. You may need to figure that out eventually.
It's kind of why I'm here, but I guess as you said, it's rare. So I guess
Right.
good luck finding help.
Does and this entire conversation is happening because the campus of Willow Pane is built on the ceiling of the Sea of Darkness. It's essentially a bunch of just upside down hanging buildings, and there's a bunch of pathways and walkways between all of them.
Mhm.
He's like pulling you through this and like speaking forward, even though you're behind him, and every once in a while turning around to be like, "I look, I don't know if she will even be there. She seems kind of
Busy.
busy.
She's got a
Yeah,
lot of
that is what I
classes.
would
Yeah.
say, right? So maybe I don't know, but we need to see what this means, right? Because you have not died before, yes?
I don't plan on it.
Um, you might be like me
A
if you
ghost?
die.
A ghost?
Yeah, I do not know. I do not know how this works. My my mother who um did this for me. I can't speak to her anymore. So
Yeah. I know how you
we
feel.
will see. Heliodora is very very smart, so I believe we can find some type of a solution, right?
Yeah.
Jarl pulls you to the south dorms and pulls you to the like down flights of stairs to the second to last story, right? Like buildings, the room you would normally enter is at 0 and it goes sorry, is at 1 and it goes all the way to like 10 or 15 or 20.
Mhm.
This is true here, but it's just backwards. So you're on floor 19 of 20, which is the second from the bottom. And the dorms are some of the tallest buildings here on campus. So
Mhm.
below the 20th floor is just essentially the sky of the Sea of Darkness. So like if you fell off your balcony on the 20th floor, you would be caught in the net that they have. But
Mhm.
before that net, you would just fall to your death.
Like the void in Minecraft.
Well, you'd hit the ocean down below
Oh, okay.
of the Sea of
You'd
Darkness,
only
or
just
hit.
break your back in a horrible, twisted manner. Like it's
Yeah.
Yeah, it wouldn't be.
surface tension.
It wouldn't be very healthy for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pulls you down to the 19th floor and goes to a room and goes, right, this is my room. Heliodora.
At this point, she's showered,
Mm,
completely free of any speck of like dirt on her body or
right.
grease. She's just wearing a simple like tank top and trousers, like engineering trousers. Obviously, that's all she wears. But like,
Right.
there's no tools on her person. There's no evidence to what she does because that she's very proud of it. But like, there's nothing on her, not even her goggles. And
Huh.
she's just sitting down on like one of the desk chairs, kind of pulled a little bit more towards the middle of the room. Her hands are tucked underneath her chin, like clasped, and she's in like deep thought and with a like, really anguished kind of look on her face too.
The door slams open as Jarl busts in and goes, Heliodora, you did some tests on me before. Could you do some tests on him?
Hey.
Maybe?
Yeah,
Oh, sorry.
yeah. Just I'm sorry.
Sorry. No, I'm sorry. Enters you. Fez, could you wait outside for a moment?
Yeah, for sure. I'll just like
Yeah. He like sends you outside and then awkwardly kind of waits for you to close the door and then goes, oh, all right, and then closes
Oh
the
no,
door.
I got
No, yeah,
I got
okay,
the door. I got the door.
all right, and turns to you, Heliodora, and goes, hey, is everything all right?
Yeah, we had an incident in class today, and
Oh
I I'm sorry. I don't mean to be so
no,
dour.
no, that's all
There's
right.
just there's something's going on that's a lot more serious than I'm something like I don't malicious. There's something malicious. And it fucked
Oh,
with my machine and it fucked with the friendship I could have built with somebody. And now all of a sudden nobody wants to really tell me what's going on because it's an adult problem. But what if I'm a fucking adult too?
right. I'm sorry that's happening to you.
I I don't want to be dishonest and break into the classroom and steal a thesis, but I also need to do so because otherwise they're not just going to let me willy-nilly. She ran right to the teacher. She's obviously going to tell him, hey, something's up, and I'm not going to be able to have access to the information anymore. And now I have to be dishonest, and I don't want to be dishonest. And oh, geez. I don't know. I don't know, Jarl.
I don't know either. That does not sound good. Uh, I don't entirely have a solution, but I have a an issue that I think you may be able to help with.
I could help? How could I help? How can I help?
Fizz!
Oh, okay. And I'm gonna open the door and I'm gonna have one strip of bacon in my hand that I like pulled out of my pocket. Sorry.
Pocket bacon! I love pocket bacon. Jarl goes,
You're a
"Uh, um, hello, Heliodora, Fez, Heliodora.
What's up?
you're a
This
very
this
tall
is my
individual.
roommate.
Thanks.
This is my friend Fez. We met in my soul bending class.
He told me all about you.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
I didn't. No, not like no, So I have
Only
this
good things.
tattoo.
Only
so
good
I have this tattoo, and he pulls his shirt down, and he shows the 4-point. No, yeah, the 4-point tattoo on his chest.
Yeah, and I'm gonna put the bacon back in my pocket and just like hold my tongue.
Right.
Same thing, but there's 9 of them.
This is what keeps me alive. This is what makes me ghost.
Right.
sometimes-
I documented that in the notes
Right.
that I scrolled.
Right. And he has 9. 4 is the strongest my mother ever knew. Right. I knew one person with 5, and she could be anyone.
Interesting.
So I yes.
Can you cut that out, please? Because I said interesting in the same accent that you're speaking in.
Oh, are you trying to do my? Are you trying
No,
to do my
stop.
voice?
No, cut that out.
Is
Cut that out.
that Heliodora? Here's the thing.
That's so funny.
I have so much power. Because I choose
No,
what to cut and
please.
what not to cut.
Please take that out.
I'm just not
That's
gonna
so
comment on it.
embarrassing.
See,
So
if
embarrassing.
I have discovered it's infinitely funnier not to cut something when you tell me to cut
Stop.
it.
No, stop, please.
So this entire conversation.
You're so evil and I hate you so incredibly much.
Jarl goes, he has 9 and I only have 4, and 4 is what makes me a ghost, right? It is what has helped me survive after my death. And Fez has 9. 4 was the highest my mother knew what to make. I knew a woman who had 5 who could, shapeshift. She could become bird and fly, and she became dragon once and went to a sea of ink. 5 was
So-
very, very powerful.
Is it the magnitude of power that increases with each aura?
Yeah.
Interesting. So it's not like a multiplication. Okay. So she takes another notebook and she okay, your name's Fez. Can I have your height?
I
Ballpark. Give me your weight. I'm gonna need some basic
6'5",
dimensions.
176 pounds.
All right. And you're a human, are you?
In the flesh.
I don't think I've ever seen a human with runes inscribed on them before.
Well, it was a trait of my mother's. Don't know where she is now, but
And your mother has to be a human. Interesting. All right.
yeah,
So
supposedly it's
if you could just take a seat right here for me, I have some pads that I'm gonna have to put on your chest.
all right. And I'm just gonna fully take my shirt off.
Okay. So this is just gonna monitor some basic heart rate, blood pressure, etc., etc. Also, yeah, can you open your mouth for me? I have a. Let me. She starts digging through her tool bag that's on her desk, and she takes out a giant pair of pliers. She
Whoa!
yanks his tongue.
The fuck!
All right. There's no real detail in here. It's so simply scribed. She starts like writing it down, like drawing it on her on her thing as
I thought you were about
well.
to say on his tongue. I was like, whoa, yo, yo.
No. I wonder
Okay,
if I should
anyways.
put a pad on this.
Ugh.
From my understanding, the arrows don't nearly affect the body. They're more transcribing directly onto the soul.
Interesting.
So
So
I'm not sure a path would be helpful, but you're the smart one.
she releases his tongue.
Oh,
I'm gonna have to
Jesus. You better
bleach
clean
that.
that thing. Yeah.
All right. Well,
I'm gonna pull
see,
the.
I've
I'm gonna pull.
previously like I have very rudimentary knowledge about runes. Sometimes I use them in my works, but I don't necessarily use put them on people, you know what I mean? Um, this seems like a question for your soul teacher. However, I don't know
Mm.
if I personally would tell her exactly why you're there.
Real quick, actually, Heliodora, could you give me a Arcana check? Just pull two and add intelligence as you're kind of just looking at this rune.
Okay, 7 of Hearts
Hmm.
and a Joker. Yippee!
That's a luck point. Yeah.
Do I pull another one? Yeah, I pull another one.
Yes.
How many luck points do I have?
And
4.
then I have 4 too. Yeah,
Woo.
have to add that. But that's a 7 of Hearts, 5 of Clubs. That's a 6 of Clubs because Clubs is my chosen suit. So it's 14 plus. You said intelligence? No, that's
Yeah,
12.
that's plus intelligence.
So that's, hold on, quick maths, quick maths. Okay, 12 plus 4 is 16.
Uh huh.
No, no, it's, oh god. It's a 17 because it's not a 5, it's a 6. Okay.
Okay, so a 17 on Arcana. You've dealt with some runes. Whoa, you've dealt with runes before, and although your artificing is specifically from the Sea of Winds, right, and from the base of like the giants that uses runes, you can identify this as a rune. It's definitely of that same brand of magic. It is like nothing you've ever seen before. And the whole thing with the arrows, you get it in theory. It's like you understand what Jarl is saying, right? Where it's like 9 is much more powerful than 4, but you're not seeing the practical like math. You're not seeing the equation there.
Mm-hmm.
Looking at this. I'm assuming you're also looking closer at Jarl's now.
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
does it multiply in power? Is it just adding on 1? Is it like exponentially getting bigger? That's what she's kind of wondering because
Yeah.
from what Jarl's describing,
Mm.
that's a huge jump from a 4 to a 5.
Yeah, and a 4 letting him not be dead is
It's
wild.
crazy.
Is wild in this world where death is pretty final for a lot of people.
Mm.
So, yeah, hard to say.
So what do you do? Like, is magic just really natural to you? Do you have a
Well,
special ability?
um, well, I have this in my eyes, and I like take my little glasses off, and they like. Can I like do? Can I like showcase like that my eyes like glow
Oh, of
brightly?
course.
Cool. So I'm gonna make them just like glow, like betray my like, soul magic. So like the forest green kind of turns like a shimmery like lightish green, and I'm like, I have soul magic here from my father, but this all here is from my mom. So
It seems very typical of magic within a human, though. It's not very unique.
well, my father was a very different person. He was obsessed with making something perfect, and I guess it was a test subject. So
Oh, so there is therapy services on campus, I'm sure you know.
Jarl
what's that?
goes Jarl goes, "Right, wait, so your magic is not natural? It was forced upon you?"
Well, I used to be a fighter in the Coliseum.
That holds weight. Maybe not to you, Heliodora, but it does to Jarl. Goes, "What?
Yeah,
Oh,
I used to
wait, like
be like
here? Like the Colosseum? Like the Colosseum here in the Sea of Darkness?
yeah, I used to be a big name there.
Wait, how, but, like, recently?"
Kind of. I mean, it's. I don't know. I like to not think about it.
Oh, right. I'm so sorry. My
No, it's
my
fine.
my my apologies. Um, sorry.
Befuddled Jarl is the token of this episode.
No, it's
Oh,
whatever. I mean,
absolutely.
But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, father is a major asshole. I'm gonna pull out the bacon and take another bite.
Right. He goes, right, right, okay. Uh, understood. I don't wonder if maybe somewhere on campus we could get, like, the tattooing. I do not know if they teach runes, but this is the magic school in all of the 12 Seas. You think someone would know it.
I suppose, but do you think showing this off, because you had a strong reaction to it, do you think we should bring this up to other people?
I had a strong reaction to it because I did not expect you to have a Govito rune. That is of my family. That is of my people.
I suppose.
I think it will be safe. Um, and then he kind of looks at Heliodora and he looks back at you and he goes, I mean, apparently there is some. And he kind of looks at Heliodora again to kind of get like permission to say what Heliodora told him to Fez.
Yeah,
Apparently there is some stuff here at the school that is malicious, that is breaking machines.
Oh,
I could explain it in further detail if you want, but
yeah.
she
I want to hear about
like her
this.
mood kind of switches really quickly.
Yeah.
Right, of course.
We were in the artificing class with a professor. His name is Johnny, and well, I was working with Radon. His name's Kenny, and me and Kenny were making something. It was just a small machine that could talk and speak and interact. It's supposed to be like a little buddy for us. When all of a sudden it got this, I want to say, issue with its system that we didn't input in, and it started looking towards the floor and saying that's not right over and over. And when we ran a diagnostic with the teacher, he said that it detected something that it never even had the capability to detect anything really. It just had like simple, cameras and that listening device. That's all that it was. But it had an AI, and we didn't implant an AI, and now we're just okay, okay. Just it detected something that infected it with some sort of magic. It could be a symptom of somebody, it could be intentional, but the professor got a really dour look on his face and ushered us out of class. And when I told him I want to know what's going on, because if this means every single one of my machines infused with magic will have this happen to it, I need to know.
Hmm.
And, well,
Right.
So the
That's
AI spotted something within the school that is
it
malicious.
was absolutely within the lower floors of the school.
Do you think we could?
That's what I discerned.
Do you think we could find it?
That's what I was actually about to ask Jarl.
like lower of the artificing building.
There's an elevator that's being built over that area. Have you guys seen
Hmm.
it in passing?
I've
Well-
I've seen lots of
I don't
Radon
think
come
I
through,
have.
like earthbenders.
Some construction as well.
Right.
I met the project developer. Her name is Leanti.
Hmm.
And she had a thesis statement or some sort of like dissertation on research. And she's building it over, and that's kind of the area I guess that had that weird magical something going on.
That's
And-
not good.
Then we should go there.
Right.
That's what I'm thinking.
I can float through walls. You know.
I was
I can-
going to ask if you could for me, but
I could do that.
I want to get my hands on that dissertation. I want to know exactly what she's building over there, or whatever's going on. Because she immediately went to the professor to speak with him, and if I go to the professor and ask for her dissertation, he's going to get suspicious, and I don't want him to be suspicious.
I don't know if he would get suspicious. I mean, did she tell you that you could read it? If it's a dissertation, like, we may be able to just find it in the library. You know? I doubt he has the only copy, especially if she's working on the school. If she's a employee here now, we could probably find it elsewhere.
Okay. Then, okay. Okay. Kind of like calms
Hey,
down a little bit.
Right,
I
of
want to
course.
I want to be in on this. I want to help any way I can. Like if people are being corrupt in the school, like I don't really support that at all.
Right? That's really not
And
very good.
it seems like unfair treatment to treat someone like that way. So, is there anything I could?
There's a knock at the door.
I'll get it.
Fez, you stand up, and
Oh my god, I forgot I'm shirtless.
you stand
No
up.
shirt.
You stand up shirtless. You open the door, and you see
Yo,
this older satyr man dressed in a thin three-piece tux with these golden buttons along the side. You see a grizzled face that is normally kept clean shaven, having not been shaven for a few days, and you see the clear face of someone who will kill you.
well look at you, fancy pants. What are we all dressed for? What can I help you with?
Can I speak to my
Hold on.
niece? Heliodor, you stand up, you look over Fez's shoulder, and you see your uncle.
Oh.
Uncle Emil?
Oh,
What are you doing here?
Looks at you, looks at Fez being shirtless, looks at Jarl, and goes, right. You know, can I talk to you in private?
Yeah, of course. Get these jokers out of here.
Leave.
Okay.
He stands in the doorway, and you kind of have to move around him because he's telling you to leave, and he's very forcibly being like, get out of here, but he's not moving for you.
Right.
Jarl goes, right, I'm going to go talk to Mycena, and he just floats down through the floor.
I'm sorry about them, Unc. I was helping them out with an issue. Come, take a
No,
seat. I haven't seen you in such a long time.
That's fine. He closes the door, waits a few seconds for Fez to walk away. Fez, do you wait by the door, or do you walk away?
I do.
He closes the door, then opens it and looks at you, Fez, and goes, "You're not going to want to be a part of this conversation."
Can I have my shirt back?
Looks back in the room, goes, "Throw me his shirt."
Tosses it over.
Catches it, hands it to you, but doesn't let go of it for a second, Fez. And he goes, "It's a big world, kid."
And I'm a big man. And I'm gonna take my shirt and then close the door on him.
I don't like your friend. He doesn't
Oh,
understand authority.
I just met him today. He has a rune issue going on, and we were doing some tests.
All right.
Is everything okay, Unc? You look so downtrodden.
I'm sorry. I'm glad you're all right.
I'm doing great.
Are you sitting down?
Yeah, I'm sitting down. I probably stood up at some point though.
He walks over and he just envelops you in a hug.
Oh,
And
okay.
you like these big meaty arms. Just he holds you really, really tight to him. You're doing fine, Heliodora. Nothing's hurting. There's no enemies here.
Not really. No, it's just a school that you're helping me go to.
Right. Of course. He pulls back. You're still building things?
Yeah, well, today we had class and we
Right.
made something, and I'm gonna build a big old suit of armor and participate in some of the games here. I'll send you an invitation, of course, you and Maz. They'd like to come.
Right. No, that's That's good. That's good. You should do that. It'll make you strong. That's good. Um,
Are you sure everything's okay, Unc?
something bad
Auntie's doing
happened.
all right?
Auntie's fine. Uh, something bad happened, and I don't know. I kind of have to be strong for everyone, but it's kind of hard to do that right now. So,
Oh, Unc, you're the strongest person I know.
look, I'm not here for support. Um, look, you matter a lot to me. And I know I haven't been there, but I can be there for you. Come home with me.
You mean back to the manor?
I don't mean to the Sea of Winds. I mean come home with me, Heliodora.
Home where?
This this world, it's look, you try your best. You have so much power, but there's only so much you can do, and I don't know if I can lose any. I you can immediately tell he's really struggling with breaking down here. And even in the good times with your uncle, where he would be very kind with you and would be very open with you, he was never vulnerable, right? It was always like he was always just either angry or like incredibly charming, right? And this this person of such power that can't find the words right now is weird. Heliodora can come to her own, specific conclusions, but he goes,
Weird day.
um,
Unc, I've never been to the Sea of Wine, and we spent so much money, and I worked so hard to get here, and you helped me at every step of the way. I don't know what you mean. What could have possibly happened? You could tell me. I'm not gonna, I don't know, judge you for anything.
Heliodora, I'm going to need you to give me a persuasion check. DC 26.
Oh, Lord.
Lock in, dude. Shit.
Oh, come on, online deck. Okay, Joker of Clubs. That's my chosen suit. Okay, what is that?
A Jack of
Uh,
Clubs is a 12.
Jack
If
of Clubs.
clubs are your chosen suit, then yes. Clubs will
Okay,
be
a
12.
12. Okay. I said joke. I got a Jack of Hearts.
So that is a 12 plus an 11 is a 23. What do you have to charisma?
A 2.
So that's a 25.
What was the DC? 26?
26.
Okay, could I use a luck
Luck
point?
point. Yes, sir.
Or is there there's no, I have to get an ace, right?
You can spend a luck point to bring that check up to a 26.
Can I do that?
Yeah.
Dude, if you
Goodness
wouldn't have done that, I would have done that. I was like, I
gracious.
need to know what the hell this fucking.
He goes, all right. A lot of my kids died. They were murdered. And the people that murdered them are still out there. And I think I'm going to war. And they don't know about you. So I don't want you to feel unsafe. But I it's hard for me to feel all right knowing that I don't know what's happening with you.
Uncle, listen. If I know the person that you are and what you're capable of, I know that you'll be able to bring those people to justice.
It's
And I know you'll do it very swiftly.
I
And if you're worried about my safety, well, this is the safest place I could possibly be right now. And I could also
this,
I could contact you every day if
the,
you
sa-
put peace of mind.
the safest place is with me. They weren't with me, and I told them they could have just stayed with me, and they weren't with me, and look, you can come back. You're one day in, all right. You're not gonna. We can make it work. We can make it work with the school. Let's come back, take all your classes. Um, there's good teaching in the Sea of Wine. There's good schools. By me, all right. Look, you have a lot of stuff. I can give you materials to build. I can give you the best teachers you've ever met.
She takes his hands in her own and she like really gives him a gentle squeeze. She says, "Unc, this has been my dream since I was a little girl, and you know that. And I am destined for so much more than any sea. And if
No,
it means traveling here to this dour place to get my education, then it means it. And it doesn't mean I'm unsafe or I'm gonna put myself in danger. We
Heliodora,
don't
I'm not
have.
asking. And he grips your hands like really hard, and he's staring you down, and you truly see the desperation for control on this man's face. I'm gonna need an insight check.
Oh Lord.
And this insight check is not necessarily to reveal intention. Oh, you could make this a perception check if you wished.
Okay, I've been getting some good cards today. Thank you, online card deck of cards. Okay, so I have a Jack of Diamonds and a Heart of Spades. Sorry, Queen of Spades.
Goodness, that is a 12. Sorry, that's an 11 plus a 12 is a 23 plus your wisdom.
3.
3, that's a 26. He's holding you like this. He goes, I'm not asking, Heliodora. And he's looking at you. And then something in his pupils shift. And he's not looking at you anymore. And his eyes are still there. And he's still, like, he's almost looking through you. As you see his eyes kind of like unfocused. And then they glance a little bit to just over your shoulder. And you see fear as he's seeing someone else. And he drops your hands and he storms out the door.
When he storms out the door and opens it, I'm gonna be right there with like my fist about to knock. So,
He's going to just shove you into the wall.
I left my sunglasses.
And he storms away.
I'm gonna open the
I'm gonna
door.
be like kind of shaking with fear. A little bit. Like I'm trembling a little bit. Like I'm just like, what the fuck just happened?
You're still sitting, right?
Yeah, I'm still sitting. I'm like
Cool.
sitting holding my hands in the same place where he just gripped them, just kind
Yeah.
of like
I'm gonna
looking
open the
down.
door. Like, oh my god, are you good? Did he hurt you? Are you okay?
Oh my god, Fez.
Yeah. I'm gonna like kneel down to like where she's like sitting. Are you? Do you need
I'm
anything?
fine. I don't know if I'm fine. That was, oh my god, Fez.
Sounded intense. I don't mean to like eavesdrop or
Jarl
anything, but
pulls
like
himself back up and goes, I didn't like that guy. I did not like him.
That's just he's not really my uncle. He's just like a family friend. But he's been like he's been a big part of my life, and I've never seen him act like that before. And um, he said his kids died today, and oh God, did you? You should have seen the look in his eye.
Jarl
I
is
think I can imagine what the look looks like.
standing, and he's just looking out the open door as you can still hear your uncle's footsteps as he walks away. And Jarl turns back to you and goes, I was able to read his soul. That is a dark, evil man.
It's just this Uncle O'Neill. What? There's nothing evil about him. He put me through school. He gave my mom's money when they needed it. He's been like a father to me my whole life.
I'm not saying he is or isn't evil. I'm just saying you can never really know what a family member is capable of.
Jarl gets close, and are you still sitting down, Heliodora?
Mm-hmm.
He kneels down in front of you, and he slowly goes to take your hands. Do you let him?
Yeah, they're like still trembling a little bit.
Of course. And he just holds your hand for a second, and he slowly breathes in, and he slowly breathes out, and kind of to like get you to join him.
She like kind of starts breathing with him.
Right.
I'll breathe. I'll breathe too.
You fence.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, you two are just having like this little like breathing moment. I'm just like,
And Jarl speaks, and he goes, Heliodora, I do not know who that man was, and I could not fully understand why he was here. But you are here for, if not a reason, then a purpose. Should we break into the artificing department tonight?
I'm gonna like perk up this.
I would love nothing more than to break into the artificing department.
Hell
tonight.
yeah!
All right. Let us do that.
All right.
And that's
Cool.
where we will end today's episode.
Grab my sunglasses off your table, put them on real slow.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
The whole thing of like, hey, I don't know how to deal with your emotions, so let's commit some crimes to let you forget about them.
What the fuck?
That was
That's
fun.
Sick. Hell yeah.
That was great. All right, folks. Thank you so much for watching or
Be sure
listening, I should say.
Yeah. Be sure to tune in for the next one. We can't wait
Oh,
to have
yeah.
you back.
And
Oh my God.
hopefully have our 2 other players back as well.
Please.
They'll also be probably in on it. We'll just be like, hey. you wanna
Yeah,
do
They're
that?
gonna
probably.
walk into the room
Yeah.
and they're gonna get like the like, okay, Jarl has like this commit crimes mode.
Of
Fez
course.
is just sitting there like, what just fucking happened?
And we're like-
Yeah.
Theodora's
we're
crumpled on
like-
the floor.
We're like superhero walking out the door. Like, and those two are just outside.
Oh my God.
All right,
This girl
folks.
had the craziest day of school.
We will see you all soon.
Bye.
Bye-bye. This has been episode 3 of Tales from the 12 Mystic Seas, Campaign B. If you haven't listened to the A-Team campaign yet, check it out on this same channel. If you had a good time, please consider leaving us a review on your podcast app of choice. Thank you for listening, and good night. Fire, water, gravity, love, they all find their resting place.